Welcome back to another BdThemes tutorial. Today, we're introducing the Webhook Form widget from Element Pack Pro, a powerful feature that sends form data directly to any external app or service using custom webhooks. Ideal for automations, integrations, and data collection systems, it helps you connect your website effortlessly and work smarter. Ready to explore? Let's dive in. To start, open your Elementor editor and go to the search box on the left panel. Type Webhook Form, and once the widget appears in the results, simply drag and drop it onto your page. Instantly, the default layout will load, showing two input fields labeled Full Name and Your Email, along with a Submit button. This layout gives you a clean foundation to begin designing and customizing your form exactly the way you want. Under the Content tab, the first section you'll see is Webhook URL. This is one of the most important settings in this widget. The Webhook URL field defines where your form data will be sent once someone submits the form. Essentially, it acts as the endpoint that receives the information, whether that's an external application, an API, or a custom server. Enter your desired URL here to connect the form to your chosen platform and enable real-time data transfer. Next comes the Security Fields section. This area allows you to add extra layers of security to ensure that the data being sent is verified and protected. You'll notice a default security item already listed, along with an Add Item button that lets you include as many additional items as your setup requires. Click on an item to expand it, and you'll find two key options: field name and value. The field name is the identifier, while the value represents the secure data that will be sent along with the form submission, often used for authentication or validation. At the bottom, you'll find an option called Data Position, which determines where the security data will be placed, either in the body of the request or in the header, depending on what your endpoint expects. Moving on, you'll find the Form Fields section, which is where you'll spend most of your time customizing the input elements of your form. At the top, you'll see a toggle to turn reCAPTCHA protection on or off. Be sure to configure your invisible reCAPTCHA keys in the global settings if you plan to use this feature. There's also an option to show or hide the reCAPTCHA badge from your form. Below that, you'll see two preloaded items: full name and your email. These are the default input fields that you can customize in detail. Click on the full name field to expand it, and you'll notice two subtabs: Content and Advanced. Under the Content subtab, you can change the field type from a variety of options, such as text, number, email, text area, hidden, select, radio, and date. Since this field is intended for a name, the text type is appropriate. You can also update the label, field name, and placeholder text to match your design or form purpose. Additionally, there's a column width control that lets you adjust how much space each field takes up on the row, giving you full flexibility over layout and alignment. Switching to the Advanced subtab, you'll find options to set a default value for the field and to mark it as required if necessary. These controls are particularly helpful when building functional forms that rely on mandatory fields or pre-filled values. You can repeat these same customization steps for the email field or any other input you decide to add later. Once your basic fields are ready, scroll down to the Form Layout section. Here, you'll find a switch that lets you show or hide the field labels entirely, depending on the design style you prefer. You can also set the input size, small, default, or large, to adjust the visual balance of your form. There's a text alignment option as well, giving you control over the alignment of labels and field content. Toward the bottom, you'll find a box for the success message. This is where you can type the message that will appear once a user submits the form successfully, providing clear feedback that their submission went through. The next section focuses on the Submit button. You can edit the button text to anything you like, such as Send Message or Get Started. There are several button sizes available, along with alignment controls to position it left, right, center, or full width. Adjust these based on the overall style and balance of your form layout. Now that you've covered the essentials, it's time to refine the appearance. Open the Style tab to explore the design customization options. The first section here is Form Style, where you can adjust the spacing between fields and the overall column spacing using simple slider controls. This gives you the flexibility to control how compact or spacious your form looks. Next is the Label section. You can fine-tune label spacing and change both the text and required field colors. Under Typography, you can modify font family, size, weight, letter spacing, and line height to match your website's branding and ensure visual consistency. Following that, the Fields section allows detailed styling for the input areas themselves. You'll see two sub-tabs labeled Normal and Focus. The normal state defines how the fields look by default, while the focus state applies when a user clicks into them. Under Normal, you can change text and placeholder colors, background color, and border styling, including width, color, radius, and even box shadows. You can also modify padding to control how much space appears inside the input box. The Focus sub-tab lets you set a different background or border color for active fields, helping users see where they're typing more clearly. These small visual cues greatly improve usability. The next part is the Submit button styling. Just like the fields, it also includes normal and hover states. Under the normal state, you can set the text color, background style, border, radius, and padding. The Typography control allows you to customize font details to match your website's design perfectly. Then, under Hover, you can define how the button looks when someone hovers over it, including text and background colors, and even add smooth hover animations for a modern interactive feel. Moving on to the Results section, this controls how your success or error messages appear after form submission. You can customize the color, background, borders, radius, and box shadow to make these messages more visually consistent with your site. Typography and padding options are also available, so you can adjust how the message text looks and feels. This helps maintain a polished user experience after submission. Now that your form design is set, let's make it more dynamic by adding new types of fields. Return to the Content tab and open the Form Fields section again. Click on the first field and adjust its column width to 50%. Do the same for the second field. You'll notice the fields now align side by side instead of stacking vertically, creating a cleaner, more compact layout. To add new fields, click the duplicate icon beside an existing one or use the Add Item button. Once added, open the new field and change its type to Number. Update the label and field name to Phone Number and edit the placeholder text if needed. Inside the Advanced sub-tab, you can also set a default value and make it a required field. This process can be repeated as many times as necessary to include additional fields. For drop-down menus, open a new or existing field and set its type to Select. Change the label and field name as needed, such as Job Title. You'll then see an options box where you can list each drop-down choice on a new line. If you need separate labels and values, separate them using a pipe character. This setup gives your form a professional, interactive feel while collecting precise data. You can continue adding different field types, text areas, dates, radio buttons, and more, depending on what kind of information you want to collect. Each type offers slightly different customization controls, so feel free to experiment until you achieve your desired layout and function. Once all your fields are configured, enhance your design by adding an advanced heading widget above the form. This helps you create a proper title or introduction that aligns with your page's overall style. You can customize the heading text, font, and color to complement your form perfectly. After completing the title customization, select the Webhook Form widget again and open the Advanced tab. From here, you can fine-tune the form's spacing and background, adjust padding, set a background color or gradient, add borders, and experiment with subtle shadows to give it more visual depth. When everything looks perfect, click the Publish button and preview your work. Your Webhook form is now ready to go live, fully functional, beautifully styled, and ready to send data wherever you need it. With this setup, you've created a form that's not just visually appealing but also highly powerful and flexible, capable of connecting seamlessly with any external system or workflow. If you found this tutorial helpful, please like, comment, and subscribe for more tips and tutorials. Hit the bell icon to stay updated on the latest features and tools from Element Pack Pro. Thanks for watching.